Coming up this morning, keeping polling places healthy. The alternatives that you could use if you'd rather stay home on Election Day. Also making a fair property tax. Why some lawmakers in Springfield think that the state's current plan could cost you even more money. And in our Iron Entertainment, a first look at the new movie starring and written by Tom Hanks and the true events it's all based around.
WMBD This Morning starts now.
Rise and shine, Central Illinois. It is Friday, March 6th, as we take a live look at downtown Peoria. As you wake up this morning, you're definitely going to want to stay on your toes because that wind is blasting. It almost caught me off my feet earlier this morning. Of course, we've got a beautiful forecast as we head into the weekend. Meteorologist Molly Naisland will be sharing more on that. Also this weekend, all of the fun events you can expect to see. That's in our weekend. But before we get to the weekender, let's get to these morning headlines. Let's take a look at them. First this morning, a baby girl is safe and well today, all thanks to one good Samaritan. A Peoria man jumped into action and ended up saving the baby girl's life. Josh Raley says that a car was filled with smoke and dripping, flaming gasoline onto the road. This all happened in just a matter of minutes last Friday. The car was up on the median across the street from Northwoods Mall, and that's at the intersection of War Memorial and Scenic Drive in Peoria. Josh says that the airbags deployed in the car and it was filling up with smoke, so much so that he couldn't reach around to see if there was anyone else in the car.
This woman kind of falls out and some guy drags her away, and then she starts screaming about her baby. So I ran up to the car, I just took a final scoop and I found her and just kind of took off. And then like about 30 seconds, a minute later, I look back and the whole car is like engulfed in flames.
It's incredible to hear. Now, if you're driving past Northwoods Mall today, you will still see the median right in front of Associated Bank, and it's still charred from that fire. We are your local election headquarters. Some voters are concerned about going to the polls for the primary elections. They believe it could be putting them at risk for getting the coronavirus. So local election offices are offering some ways that you can still have your voice be heard. The Peoria County Election Commission recommends a vote by mail ballot. If you're worrying about sending it on time, Tazewell County Clerk John Ackerman says there are some ways to solve that.
There is a section on the bottom for if you want to hand the ballot to a loved one that is at your house or a caregiver that's there and have them deliver it to the office. It's an affidavit they fill out that you've given them permission. It's sealed inside the envelope. It's on the outside of the envelope is where they fill this out. And then, so it doesn't have to go through the mail. They can deliver it personally to the office.
The Peoria County Election Commission says to get a mail-in ballot, just call your county clerk and request one. They're doing some other things to keep people healthy at the polls, too. That includes providing hand sanitizer and disinfectant wipes. Congress is moving forward with a plan to spend nearly $8 billion to combat the coronavirus. That bill passed yesterday. The Illinois Department of Public Health is preparing to speak to lawmakers in D.C. to request more resources. Both Senators Tammy Duckworth and Dick Durbin support that plan.
Governor Pritzker said we need money that the Illinois Department of Public Health is spending on this. It's going to be reimbursed by this bill. The same thing for cities and their health departments. There'll be reimbursement. Putting money into local medical resources and clinics to deal with this as well.
Senator Durbin says that he hopes a vaccine will be developed within the next year and a half. The virus is also affecting how people get their morning cup of joe. Starbucks announced yesterday that it's no longer letting customers use their reusable cups in the store. That's all as a safety precaution. Here in Central Illinois, local coffee shop owners say at this point they don't need to make any changes. A few say as long as they continue implementing their usual sanitary methods, they don't see a need. The manager of Leaves and Beans Coffee, Katie Ward, says she's not too concerned at this point because her staff are responsible with washing hands and cleaning counters.
We just practice safe hygiene, wash hands, wash hands, wash hands. When we're doing stuff, we use gloves. But as far as the cups, yeah, they're allowed to bring in whatever they want.
Ward also says that her shop normally gets a notice from the health department when changes need to be made. So far, she says she hasn't seen any alerts. In Bloomington, the 2020 Junior Ambassadors Program is being canceled over concerns of the virus. 13 students and 2 chaperones from Japan were supposed to arrive in Bloomington in this month. The organization says that move is for the safety of both cities, which is a top priority. More than 400 Peoria area children will get some additional resources through Big Brothers Big Sisters, and it's all thanks in part to a large check from Walmart. Typically, the company grants around $1,000, but with this donation of $10,000, those funds will be able to offer more opportunities. Big Brothers Big Sisters is a one-on-one mentoring program, and it's aimed at helping kids reach their full potential.
To know that people in our community know what Big Brothers Big Sisters is all about and the impacts that we're making, and just to know that their support, wanting to give us this additional $10,000 really just means a lot.
Big Brothers Big Sisters biggest fundraiser of the year, Bowl for Kids' Sake, is coming up. It's happening March 14th and 15th at Landmark Lanes in Peoria. Now here's a look at the weather with meteorologist Molly Maisland. Good morning.
Good morning, Shelby. Good morning, everyone. 33 degrees in the Peoria area, and it is a windy one out there. But other than the wind, today you have a green light for that commute forecast. Just keep in mind it is going to be a little bit gustier out there. Winds will begin to die off, though, by the time we head into your evening commute, just in time for you to start your weekend. Shelby?
Now, here's the schedule for the Murray Baker Bridge construction project in Peoria. Today, the right westbound lane will be closed from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Then tomorrow, the right westbound lane will be closed from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also in Peoria, lane reductions in the Spalding Avenue tunnel toward westbound I-74 are underway. IDOT crews are doing maintenance on the tunnel lights. They'll be working from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. today. Still ahead, there's a disagreement in Springfield on how the state's property tax system works. In our news from around Illinois, why one side says the other isn't doing enough.